Hello everyone, welcome to sqadia.com. Today we'll be discussing the forensic entomology and the post-mortem interval, which is related to the study of entomology, which is basically the study of the insects which are feeding on the dead bodies after the death. Now, this lecture basically comprises of the importance of the forensic entomology. Basically, why do we study all of these insects and the stages of the decomposition, the collection of samples and the material for the studies required for the all of this study of entomology. The second section deals with the flies and the beetles, the blue bottles, the green bottle flies, the other common flies which are feeding on the dead body, on the carcass after the death, the environmental conditions which come into play when all of these insects are feeding on that, and the carrion and the other common beetles which play their own role for the calculation of the post-mortem time interval. The third section basically deals with the post-mortem interval. How do we basically calculate the post-mortem time interval through this study of entomology, the flies and the beetles. The temperature effects on the insect growth, which can affect the post-mortem time interval calculations. The insect development stages, which correlate to the post-mortem time interval calculations. The degree and the day accumulations, which are also a part of this calculations. The fourth section deals with the cooling method. The cooling method also contributes towards the calculation of the post-mortem time interval. So how do we determine that? And moving on in this section, we'll be dealing with the cooling methods, factors affecting the cooling curve. Now, there are a lot of factors. They can be the environmental factors, they can be the geographical factors, which will affect the cooling methods. And we'll be discussing all of this in the fourth section. The fifth section mainly comprises of the methods to measure the post-mortem time interval. Thermometries and the nomogram methods have been introduced recently, and they are very user-friendly, and we can easily calculate all of these post-mortem time intervals in a lot of crime scenes. The multiple site serial measurement methods are also included in this section. The stomach emptying, the vitreous humor, the NMR methods, and the post-mortem chemistries, all of these are discussed in the fifth section. So it will be a very interesting lecture. I hope you want to know more about this forensic entomology. Do watch the other parts of this section as parts of this lecture as well. Thank you for watching sqadia.com.